here we go then, guys. So I have already started on this. Wait a second. Definitely recommend wearing the gloves that they provide, because this is dirty. You can already see that I've filled up one of them with expanding foam. I think I've done it about halfway, and then it should fill up the rest of it. But I won't know till that's cured, which is in about 10 minutes. This, hello doggo. This is what it looks like. Obviously that section goes on it as well. I don't actually know where I put the fittings to. How funny is that? Let's try and find them quickly. Then put them in the pocket. Huh. I do have these ones, but they were the new ones. I don't really want to use them. And all the off bits. They're right there. On that bit there. Because that's the section that I took off. So, just to show you how I've done it. Take off the glove. So I've got black 25mm PVC. I don't even know, I can't pronounce, I don't even know what it's called if I'm honest. But it's just like a pipe. Probably says it right there. There we go, conduit. I don't know. And then I just bought male and female connectors. And what I'll quickly do actually is I'll show you how it goes together, because it's actually quite easy. So eventually these will be glued on, of course. So glue all on the inside of there, pop it in, and then when you actually want to put it together, it's obviously just as simple as screwing it in, and that will be completely solid. Reason for the expanding foam, well, the reasoning behind why I've done it, is because I think it's going to make them a little bit more rigid, because at the moment, as we can see, it's very, very flexible. So I'm hoping that with a bit of expanding foam in it, and obviously with them fixings actually glued, should make it a bit more rigid, hopefully. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to look on eBay for just an basically I'm going to get a bait and spoon to go in the end of it. If that's got a male connector, then I'm just going to basically glue a nut the same that's the same size on the inside of there, and then just have it thread right in. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll carry on filling these with expanding foam, and then yeah, I'll obviously update you guys when I've filled it all up. I'm also going to just obviously to let you guys know that it's not why I don't care about the overspray, is because I'm going to be putting some camo tape around it to make it a little bit more fishy. But yeah, so what's the dog eating? Oh, dog's eating grass. So yeah, I'm going to get that all done now, and I will update you guys when the expanding foam's all done. There we go then. So as we just saw, oh sorry, I filled up them all with the expanding foam. As you can see, it's all leaking out the top and the bottom now. So that's the only one that's the first one that I did. And I didn't spray it in both ends and it doesn't seem to be coming out the top yet. So I may have to go back and put some more in, but as we can see the other ones, it's coming out the bottom on all of them, and then the top on 3 which I've done in the top and the bottom. That one's not starting to come out yet, so I may have to go through and put a little bit more in. I never realised how messy expanding foam was, so it's like gone everywhere. But yeah, I'm going to leave that to set for 10 minutes and then I will update you guys again. So now I've just got some P80, which I am going just like that along the whole thing. There we go. So there's one done. What I'll do is I'll speed up the rest so that you don't have to sit through obviously all the boring sanding. Here we go. So they've been curing for about half an hour, 45 minutes now. It's kind of hard. Tight! Stop it! Now, I'm just going to trim with a knife these top parts off. Yeah, still a little bit tacky inside of there. Still very tacky actually, Jesus. So, but that's okay, that's not a problem. Put the little cuttings in the bag. Oh. Nice. There we go. So just popped inside to grab the old Gorilla Glue. Just clean these up a little bit with my t-shirt. Just these ends that needed to be clean. So, and then God, look at that! Look, I covered that in expanding foam. Oof, how nice. So we will stick just quickly as well. Small piece just along the inside of here. Just to give it something to stick to. Just get all of that to the bottom like that. Once again, this is like the first time I've ever tried any of this, so I have no idea whether this is going to work or not. There we go. Just to give you an idea. That's sort of how much I'm putting in it. So not really a horrendous amount. Because you know, I doubt I even need that much, to be honest. Let me just take that little bit off there. I'm going to push it on and twist it a little bit just to make sure that it's all covered. There we go, that's what it looks like inside. Looks like it's going going to work all right. What I'll do, once again, now that you've seen how one's done, I'll fast forward the rest of these. Here we go, so open here. Don't care about the danger or anything. Glue, spread a thin layer of Gorilla Glue. Glue will expand 3 to 4 times. Huh. Didn't know that. Did not know that. Okay, well, anyway. Okay, so in 1 to 2 hours. It'll be done. At 80% in 1 to 2 hours. Full cure is 24 hours. Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll come back in 1 to 2 hours, see how tough it is, and see if I can screw them together to obviously show you guys the final product. What I will need to do, I don't know whether you guys caught it just then, but the one which I only expand and foamed one side, if we have a look, oh god, there's glue seeping out. If we have a look at down that end, there's no expanding foam. It's only sort of gone halfway, 3/4 of the way. So yeah, I'll obviously get the old expanding foam out from there. Do that once it's cured though, so that, because I think that glue might interfere with it, so I'll wait for the glue to cure and then just get it all done. But yeah, coming along all right. We'll get this all wrapped up, and yeah, I will start the video again in about an hour or two. Here we go. As I was waiting for all that glue to set, I thought I would share something with you that I've just found. So, anti-scratch sponge, bit of the Mrs. Nail Varnish Remover, and here we go. Look at that, comes straight off. Make sure the dog doesn't obviously go near this, because it's nail varnish remover. It stinks. Go on, Ty, get away. What's going on, guys? So we are back. I've done a little bit more than what I said I was going to do over the 24 hours. It's now been 48 hours, and I was just waiting for delivery of this gardener spoon, which I'm going to be putting in the end. What I'm going to be using, actually pick that back up, what I'm going to be using to fasten it all together is just a piece of a old bank stick I've got. So just screw this in. So I'm gonna have it like that. Tested it all floats really well. These are really buoyant spoons, which is good. So I have covered the conduit in a sort of camo tape, but it's like a fabric tape, so it feels nice on the hand. It says it's waterproof, so obviously hoping that it is. But yeah, it goes on there quite well. There is a few bits that do stick up, which is expected, which I'm going to sort of push down and try and make sure that it's set properly. And then I just on eBay bought a cheap net float, which I've then pushed over the top. And the way that I'm planning on trying to fix this all together, which is a bit iffy at the moment, is to just push this through the expanding foam, and then with a bit of Gorilla Glue, I'm going to really put quite a lot of Gorilla Glue around the edges and along it, so that it sticks really well in there. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get that done now. I'll speed it all up for you guys obviously, and see if we can get that sorted. There we go then. So all I've done here, as we can see there, is just put some glue, Gorilla Glue, all on the inside of this. The good thing is it's got this little sort of bit that sticks out from what would have been obviously the turn that around because that glue is going to drip. What would have been the bank stick, which has actually helped center it, so it's not going to be on a slant at all, which is good. But yeah, I'll put quite a lot of Gorilla Glue on there, so I'm going to wait for all of that to set and expand as it would. And then I'm also going to run just a thin bead once it's all set just around the edge here, just so that it can set to the actual conduit itself as well. But yeah, so at the moment it's looking alright. It all goes together well, it all floats. Here we go then guys, so just a little recap. I've glued the bank stick into the end. That there is solid now. I did have a little bit of a hiccup with the glue because I kind of stuck it on wrong. But what I'm also going to do is I've been threading this in. I put a little rubber washer there just to make it a little bit tighter, but it doesn't seem as tight as it should be. So what I'm actually going to do is, because this is all trial and error, is I am going to put a little bit of glue on the thread like this. There we go. And then actually just thread it on, and I'm just going to keep it all together basically. So when it catches the thread, there we go. Get that threaded in nicely. Solid. So I've tested the spoon in my fish tank and it does float on their own, obviously. Very, very buoyant. They just sort of sit there dead center, which is mint. Obviously we got our little net float as well, and then we've got, at the moment I've got 4 lengths of 2 meter, so it would mean that that's obviously going to be 8 meters so far. I am planning on going to 20 meters. The reason that I'm using 2 meter lengths and not 3 meter lengths, because you can buy 3 meter lengths, is because I've got quite a small car. I've only got a Golf, and the 3 meter lengths will not fit in there. So the 2 meter lengths fit in there perfectly, and it's going to give me enough room to obviously put my kit in there as well. If I had the 3 meter lengths, the boot doesn't shut. So that is, well, it's all done as far as I'm aware. So I'm actually going fishing for the evening tomorrow, so I will be testing this out on the lake. Hopefully I'll obviously be able to do a video catching a few fish. So yeah, I'll be going with a mate tomorrow. I'll do a video on how this performs. Obviously I can only push it out 8 meters, because I've only got 8 meters worth of it, well, sort of 8 meter length at the moment. So I'll be fishing 8 meters out and that's it. But yeah, what I'll do is I will obviously, I can't do any links or anything to where I bought this from. It's just a normal hardware store. The conduit, whatever it's called, was relatively cheap. I think it was about £1.50 for 2 meters, if that. And then I was just using male and female plastic connectors at the end, so it's all 25mm. The female and male connectors, what I've done is I pushed them on and then just for a bit of added security I did, as you guys obviously saw, I did put some Gorilla Glue on it. But these will just twist together, so the male and female twist together, and I was just going to do it with the push-in ones, the little push-in clips, but I didn't know how secure they would be. Obviously in high wind, if I plan on making this long, then in high winds you don't know if they're going to pull out or not, whereas I know that once these are twisted together they're not coming out until I twist them. So yeah, that's it for today. It's taken me a fair few days, obviously I've changed clothes quite a lot. It's taken me a fair few days to get this all up and running, only because I was waiting for glues to dry, because it obviously requires 24 hours to set fully. I needed the expanding foam just set properly. I needed to wait for the tape, the float and the spoon at the end to arrive. But yeah, it's all done now. So yeah, what I'll do is I'm going to be testing this out tomorrow, just for just under 24 hours, sorry. And yeah, I'll obviously hopefully see you guys tomorrow. And if you could like, comment and subscribe as well, and also share this with anyone that is looking at making a baiting pole, that'd be great. I'm going to do a few more videos on stuff that I obviously want to try and make. It's going to make fishing life a bit easier. Obviously, when you look up a baiting pole to get to about 18 meters, it's going to cost you about 150 quid, whereas this at the moment, I know it's only 8 meters, but when it goes to 20 meters, I would say, including, because obviously I went for the Gardner spoon, which was, I think, the most expensive part so far, which was £12. But obviously when you work it out, then it's, let's say, £1.50. I think that's actually a bit more than I paid for it, £1.50 per length. You know, it's not going to be expensive. It's probably all in all, including the tape, because the tape's also £10 for 20 meters. And so far I've used about 15 meters doing the poles, because it takes 2 lengths of it, well, 2 strips, sorry. So yeah, I would say it's probably, to get it to 20 meters, it's going to set me back with 50 quid at most, which is like a third of the price. So yeah, yeah, like I said, like, comment and subscribe, and share this with your friends.